what's good to YouTube? This is your boy Sneaker Jacks here with another banger. Okay. Here with you with another banger. I don't know how Topz does it, man. I'm here to give you guys my top 10 hat pickups for 2021. I know I'm a bit late, but screw it. We're in 2022. It's still the first 10 days, so it counts. All right. This year has been a huge year in hat pickups for me. Not only sneaker pickups, but hat pickups. And it's all because of a couple of people like Topz and from Chicago have kind of turned me into more of a hat collector. And so this year has been an awesome year in hats. Now before, I used to get my hats a lot of times like most people do from lids or from a website, from the baseball team store. And usually you get your run-of-the-mill on the field caps. A couple of times you get a little special edition, different colorways and stuff. But it wasn't until I was turned to Hat Club. Now Hat Club goes the extra mile. They provide you with hats with simple colorways, sometimes off the wall colorways with different patches and anniversary patches, World Series patches. So gives you a wider variety to choose from. And I'm telling you, a lot of these hats are limited and they go for a lot of money. Now in 2021, I ended up acquiring about roughly 30 to 40 hats, and I had to break it down to 10 hats, which I find as my go-to collection of hats for the year 2021. Now I do have a couple of honorable mentions which I'll get to later, but let's start it off with my number 10 hat for 2021 is the Washington Nationals All-Star Game on-field hat for 2018, which was the last year we had Bryce Harper on the team and the year before we won the World Series. Still haven't worn this yet. I don't think I'll ever probably wear it. A lot of white in it, so it might get dirty. But again, it's a commemorative All-Star Game hat, 2018 edition for the Washington Nationals. Very clean. Got that two-tone right here, and then the gray underlid. Classic hat. Now my number 9 hat, again, I'm a Nationals fan, I'm a DC guy, is my Washington Nationals 10-year anniversary patch. So basically this is the 10-year anniversary for the Washington National franchise in Washington. They came to the city in around 2005, and this hat right here commemorates the 10-year anniversary. All white hat with the black curly W and the red under brim. This hat is sick as hell. But then again, all white within. So this hat more likely will be sitting on the shelf for a while, unless I could give this to my kids. They could appreciate hats as well. Look at that red under brim. Beautiful hat. 10-year anniversary patch for the Washington Nationals. As many people know, they came from Montreal, and 2005 is when they first started here in DC. Now for number 8, it's going to look similar, but it's not. It is again a 10-year anniversary patch for the Washington Nationals, but in the baby blue, babe. The baby blue and suede. Look at that. 10-year anniversary patch, 2005 to 2015. Washington Nationals. Bro, guess what's the underlid? Ooh, bam, some more baby blue. Now again, this is a hat I'm not probably going to wear, at least maybe because of the white. Here on the headband. That's going to get dirty pretty quick, man. But again, this is a fire color combination with the baby blue curly W with a hint of the baby blue on the side patch and on the underlid. God damn, this hat is hard, bro. hard. But this is number 8. Now, a lot of people that know me are going to see me come off a little bit of my path here. I'm a big Washington fan. I'm a big DC fan for all the sports teams. But when I saw this hat, and I knew Washington didn't have their version of this hat, this is a Hat Club exclusive. The Arizona Diamondbacks Transit Pack hat is fire. I had to get it for the collection. It goes well with, you know, any black hoodies, black shirts. You know, it's a hat that would go perfect with a lot of fits. And you got the Hat Club pin to go with that. That fire triangles with the Diamondback. And the Diamondback here on the side patch. Gray under brim. This is a great hat to wear because you got the black headband. Very fire hat. I had a lot of people actually ask me to buy it, but then all of a sudden I took a picture with it on Instagram, and then offers went off the table. But I had to wear it. I mean, this is a fire hat. This is my number 7 in my collection. Now, my number 6 hat is a connection with Washington. It's the franchise that used to be the Montreal Expos that moved back in 2005 to Washington, D.C. to become the Washington Nationals. I had to get this hat. It was part of the Bandlands collection on Hat Club. Fire hat. Comes with this fire pin. Unbelievable collection. Fire colorway with that little, I guess you call it a teal, and a little bit of a little pink or salmon. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I call it salmon. And now we're halfway through my collection, but I want to give some shout outs to some honorable mentions. I'd like to begin with the Fear of God hat that I have on. This is a pickup from 2021, but like I said, this is a daily wearer. I like to give shout outs to like very special hats in my top 10 collection. But this is a go-to fitted for me, and as well as a lot of other people that I know. But I also got some collections here that are collabs with, I guess what you would call clothing lines or boutiques. And for me, that kind of, got my attention. But one of my hats here that I have is paper airplanes with the U.S. flag. Beautiful hat. Comes with a pin. This is also a Hat Club pickup. I got this from their website. This is when I first got turned on to Hat Club, and I knew these hats. I always wanted to get one of these hats. I have the basic black and white one, but this one popped out to me more. I have the U.S. flag. You know, I'm a bit of a sucker for patriotism. But again, you know, basic black hat. Would be like you would say a daily wear. Very nice hat. Very patriotic hat for the holidays. And then next I have a Atmos X Washington Nationals collaboration. This is cheetah print on the curly W. Now, Atmos has stores, I guess, in Philadelphia, Atlanta, and I'm not quite sure where else. But each city ended up getting a specific hat for their baseball team. And the Nationals ended up having the cheetah print. Now, this one had to get it resale. Retail was super hard to get. I had to pay like $100 for this one. But, I mean, the cheetah print, come on, man. You can't go wrong. The Washington Nationals hat, like you said, like you see, I still haven't worn it yet, but got to try to find a shoe that goes with this. Definitely a must-keeper. And now, I got a couple of special hats here. Both from Imma. They, it came out, I guess, in December, but it took them about a month to ship out. I don't know, because the demand was really high. You got, look at that, me fumbling things. You have the Imma Washington Nationals hat. As you can see here. Imma, hold on. There we go. On the side. And then you have the MLB logo in the back. Washington Nationals. in like a patch, kind of like a patchwork in the front. And you got the retro green underbrim. Very nice hat. This hat would definitely go with the Imma Jordan 1s. Definitely would go with that hat, with those shoes. This is a fire hat. I've seen it resell for like $200, but I don't resell hats. I mean, I resell shoes, but I don't think of myself as reselling a hat. As well as they have the black version. You can see the black brim, two-tone, with the white hat, more of an off-white color. You have the New Era logo there. Imma in black. And again, green underbrim. And like I said, this hat will definitely get dirty after a couple of wears. So you got to scrub your forehead or whatever they have to do. But this is a fire. You can put these together. See? Very fire collab. Very fire. Well done, Imma. Now, for number 5, it's another Expos hat. But it came in the Cyberpunk collab, or I guess collection, on Hat Club. Again, very beautiful hat. Very beautiful colorway. I know it's a basic black hat with the Montreal Expos, kind of like that little neon color with the, I guess the theme is cyberpunk. And then you can see the side patch again, Montreal Expos. And then the underbrim is where it gets good. Look at that. That's that hot neon pink, boy. You gotta give it up, bro. Look at that. Black headband, MLB in the neon colorways. Look at that underbrim. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This collection, to me, I think is about every team seemed to have a awesome, you know, how you would say, colorway with this hat. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, the connection with Montreal and DC. Montreal being the former Expos, now the Washington Nationals. Fire hat. Now, number 4, we're back on track with the Washington Nationals. And this is the Washington Nationals Cyberpunk pack. Again, you see here, you have the logo of the Washington Nationals, as well as the, I guess, image of RFK Stadium, which is the football field, and the original baseball field for the Washington Nationals when they came from Montreal. They stayed and played in the stadium for roughly about 3 to 4 years before the new stadium was built. And then on top of that, you see the Capitol building right up top and the Washington logos patch right at the bottom. Beautiful hat, beautiful colorway. Now the Expos was a black based cap. This is a dark navy blue cap, and of course with the Hat Club exclusive pins, which makes these things fire, bro. I'm telling you, Hat Club always outdo themselves. And then the underbrim is that neon turquoise color. Very fire, bro. Can't wait to put this on. Gonna try to find a way to get some shoes to go with this, but as you can see, the only problem I'm gonna have is just time to do it. Beautiful hat. Washington Nationals Cyberpunk. Now this release was actually pretty fun release. I remember this was done, I guess, my homie Topz from Topz World. He did a live cop on Hat Club. He had a couple of guys on the panel. I was on the panel on the road, and basically a lot of people got W's. This was a fire release from Hat Club, and it was a group win. Everybody in the group just seemed to have fun and ended up getting multiple, W's on that one. And my multiple W's with these 2 hats. Love them. Washington Nationals, Montreal Expos collab. Now we're down to the top 3. And number 3 is very special to me because when I grew up in DC, we didn't have a baseball team. The closest team was the Baltimore Orioles. And I would hear stories from older people in DC about our baseball team, the Washington Senators. how they really weren't that good, but they did win a World Series or two, and they also did really well, you know, on occasions. But all in all, they were kind of like the Cleveland Browns of Major League Baseball back then. And so when I saw this hat, I did buy it for resale. Wasn't that bad, but it was a must cop. It was a Hat Club exclusive, and it is the Washington Senators Hat Club collaboration with the 1937 All-Star Game patch, which back in those days, the Washington Senators played the All-Star Game in DC. As you can see, he's got like the old retro back then, the logo and the way it might have looked. I know they're trying to make it look, I don't know if they have it accurately, but as you can see the Washington Capitol there and the stars. 1937 patch. Washington Senators. This was the old retro Senators cap from back in those days, and this is a Cooperstown's collab as well. Yeah, it's a Cooperstown collaboration. Classic green under brim with black headband. Definitely a hat. I guess this would be, yeah, this is a more of a black hat. Kind of, for me, for a little bit I thought it was a navy blue, but this was more of a black hat. Very fire hat. Kind of nostalgic, you know, 1937. This is when the Washington Senators. Now, from what I remember, Washington Senators left Washington to become the Texas Rangers. So, go figure. But this is my number 3. Washington Senators Hat Club collab with the 1937 All-Star Game patch on the side. Number 2 is very near and dear for my heart. I am a Washington fan. Washington Nationals, number 2, even though I have my jerseys up there. And they have won the World Series a couple years ago. But my heart is always with the Washington football team, which I hate to say this, used to be called the Washington Redskins. Burgundy and gold, that's what we wore back in the days all the time on football during football season. When we won championships or not, we wore our colors proudly. And Hat Club made a unbelievable collaboration. They released I guess I'm not sure of the name of the pack, but they released the baseball team's hat with logo, but with the football team's colorway. And as you can see, Washington Nationals times the Washington football franchise Hat Club exclusive, the burgundy and gold. The Nationals football, the Washington Nationals team colors is red and white. The football team is burgundy and gold. As you can see, this hat right here, bro, this is a fire hat. If only in Washington, in the DC area, people will definitely, this is a head turner. On the side, both teams played in the same stadium. Not at the same time. When the Washington football team moved their team to FedEx Field in Maryland, the Nationals, when they came in 2005, took over the stadium and made it into a baseball stadium for a brief moment. But both teams played in the same stadium. You can see RFK Stadium and the logo and the U.S. Capitol on top with the Washington Nationals. And you can see 1962. Let's see, look at that. And 2007. 2007 was the last year the Nationals played in RFK Stadium. And that's 1962 is when the stadium opened up for the Washington football franchise, or the Washington Redskins from back then. Very beautiful Hat Club pin, of course. Hat Club exclusive. Green underbrim for, you know, retro hats. There you go. This is a very, very beautiful hat. Very great collaboration. Number 2 for 2021. And finally, we get to my number 1 hat of the year. And before I get to that, I want to give a special shout out to my guys, Topz World. and for Chicago from Chicago, and DRIBBLEZ of the Diosito. We have become like a little close circle of hat fiends. We also have J Soul as well. J Soul has also been a great asset. AA Ron has a fantastic collection, and so does Bobby Pesos. Fire collections. And so these guys are kind of motivated me to upgrade my hat collection, to kind of like take it a step further, you know, try to go outside the, you know, the realm of just my basic Washington hats. So I'm starting to dabble into other teams, colorways and stuff like that. But I want to give a shout out to those special guys, because those guys opened my world to hats and had made me now become, you know, somewhat of a, you know, of a collector of hats. And I want to give them their flowers, because without them, I wouldn't been this into hats that I am now. So with that in mind, I'll have for Chicago from Chicago's link in the description, and also for my homie Topz and DRIBBLEZ of the Diosito. Just want to thank everybody to hanging in with me to the end of this video. So my number one hat is a very special hat, of course. And you could kind of know it's already a Washington Nationals hat. But again, it's a hat that I ended up earning my Hat Club Insiders pin. And so, again, this hat is my favorite hat in my collection. Even though I did get it last year, but amongst all of my hats, this is my favorite. The colorway is fantastic. Nobody would have ever thought about putting this colorway together with a Nationals hat. As you can see, got the little hint of baby blue, a little bit of gold there. You got the RFK Stadium with the U.S. Capitol there, and the Washington Nationals, you know, logo. And you can see here, this is where I got my Hat Club Insiders pin, and as well as the regular Hat Club pin. Very beautiful hat with the baby blue under brim. Bro, that is fucking sick. It's sick, bro. But this hat, definitely staying in my collection. Will never let go of this hat. All black guts, pretty much. That under brim is fantastic. And the gold W, definitely a head turner. People look at a hat, they're like, this is not a Nationals hat, is it? Nah, it's definitely a head turner. Definitely. Shout out to Hat Club. But I want to thank you guys again for sticking with me throughout this whole video. I wanted to show my top 10 hat collection of 2021. Also my little honorable mentions. But again, I can't express my appreciation enough to everybody that I mentioned in this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram at SneakerJacks. I also put the Instagrams for a couple of the other people from Topz World and for Chicago from Chicago. Very huge assets in the hat community. I would, if I were you and would to take advantage of that, I would reach out to them. They're willing to help and guide you into the right direction. But again, thank you so much for rocking with me. Let's see what 22 got waiting for us. All right, peace out, guys. Thanks.